Hi, everybody. I just wanted to touch base with you real quick about your online module for RA 154 this week. Um, at 8 o'clock this morning, Module 3 was released to you. I'll keep this pretty short and sweet. You can see here that this module is a little bit longer than some of the other ones you've done. There are a total of 9 section quizzes and an exam. So I definitely would highly encourage you guys to start working on this sooner than later. You don't want to procrastinate until next week and try to get everything done in the last couple hours before everything is due on Tuesday at the end of the day. So this module really continues on with chapter 5 in your textbook. So that's the good news about this week, even though this module is a little bit longer. It's really still part of the head chapter that's in your textbook. So if you've worked on your workbook, you'll be in good shape. So really, this is a very important module, especially if any of you end up working in CT. And if you're working in CT or even MR for that matter, if that's one of the things you want to get into, um, having a good knowledge of the brain, being able to identify if the patient has had a stroke, especially if you're going to be working CT scan, trauma situations, if you're looking for head injuries and things, you really have to have a good idea and a good understanding of what the anatomy is in the brain, so you can look for that type of pathology. So take your time with this chapter. This module will be a good one for you to understand. And um, let me know if you have any questions. A couple things I do want to address, and I have sent emails out about this, but I just want to double check or verify with you. Number one, as far as the workbook goes, again, please, you don't have to do every single page out of every single chapter in the workbook. Um, Pick out some of the areas, some of the sections that maybe you didn't quite understand or want further understanding of, and pick those and actually complete those activities in the workbook. I know that there are some questions about whether or not I want you to color in sections. That is not necessary. You don't need to color anything in. However, if it helps you, by all means, absolutely. If that helps you understand things better, everybody has different learning styles. By all means, please don't let me stop you for doing that. But I'm not going to be grading you or looking to see if you've done any coloring or anything like that. The other thing I will mention again, I've talked to you guys about this through email, but I don't control the content of these modules, and the book publisher, Elsevier Evolve, they're the ones that control the content, and I know they go through and update these modules very frequently. If something doesn't seem right, it probably is not right. So send me an email. For example, if you have a test or a quiz question that it tells you that you selected the wrong answer, but you know that you selected the right answer, or if it's a situation where there's not a number on a picture and it asks you to identify what the number points to, email me, okay? I'm not going to count off, deduct from your score if there's a problem with the module, but you guys have to let me know if there's problems. I try to go through these and look at things, but sometimes, obviously, I do miss stuff as well. So send me an email, and please, usually, as soon as it comes to my attention, I investigate it, and then I send out an email to everybody else. So then please just check your email. Check your email. If I send out an email that says on the section 3 quiz that there's a problem with the question, I'll tell you how to address it to make sure that you get points. I get fairly annoyed when I send out emails to everyone, and 2 or 3 days later I get an email from someone that says, "Oh, hey, by the way, there was a problem with this question," and I'd already emailed you guys about that. So please pay attention to your emails when you're going through the modules. So if somebody catches an error, that I'm able to communicate that information, and you can take care of it accordingly. But anyway, with that being said, if there is an error, if there is an issue, I go back and I can correct your score if there's an issue. So please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, stay focused, stay on top of this stuff. You have 8 days to complete it, and let me know if you have any questions or if you find any issues. Thanks, guys.